Happy Sunday! So, today is the day after Halloween here, and we have some goblins that have decided to join us. So, we'll get to finally do a little bit of something for Halloween since we're quarantined. I hope everybody's had a happy and healthy week and have been staying flexible, doing your stretches, and doing a lot of training. That was an amazing training we just had with Go to Show. That's one of my favorite katas, so I really enjoyed that. Today, believe it or not, it's been a month already, so it is time to do our balance training. If I can get a thumbs up that the connection's good and that you can hear me, perfect. Okay, so I'll give you a minute or two to, hey Cameron, how you doing? I'll give you a minute to take your gi top and your belt off, and we'll get started. I am in costume today. So it's something a little bit fun, something a little different. Hey, Natalie, good to see you. Good thumbs up. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. Make sure my microphone's on. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Hope everybody had a lot of fun for Halloween. And lifting straight up to the sky, big breath in. Inhale, exhale. Again, big breath in. Exhale. You can probably hear the goblins creaking and squeaking behind me. Big breath in. And exhale. Trying to get everything ready to start a new week, right? All right, let's start first by opening up those hip flexors. So we're just going to do a very low Zenkutsu and pressing, press. Trying to keep that back leg straight, keep our knee straight, keep our heel on the floor, and we want to feel the stretch through here in that hip flexor, keeping our hips as showman as possible. Pulsing. 2 more. Good. And switch. It's cold outside today. But it's a beautiful day. I wanted to have it outside today. However, Mother Nature had different plans for us. No problem. All right, ready? Get your stance ready. Hips straight ahead, heel on the floor, back knee straight, and pulsing. Ooh, trying to feel that hip flexor stretching out. We're going to do 10 of these. And go. Rock. Sit. You only want to go as low without compromising your form, right? So we don't want to lose our knee bending, our heel coming off the floor. We just want to concentrate on that stretch. Good. All right, taking those feet, toes straight ahead, and we're going to lean it over, pushing our hips and our hamstrings to the back wall, and hang. And up. Now we're going to press our hip flexors to the front, keeping our knees straight, pressing. Good. And come together. All right, now to warm up those hip flexors, you know what we have to do. We're just going to lift that foot 6 inches straight in front of us, right? Making sure that our core is tucked underneath us, our hips are tucked underneath, belly button to the moon, and lift that foot. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. All right, other side. Ready. Feeling your weight down through the center of your foot. Feeling your back straight, hips tucked underneath you, belly button to the moon. Lift that left leg. And ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Good. Now, as always, you want to find a spot and concentrate when we're doing this type of training. You want to find a spot that is your focal point and keep your eyes focused on that point, and that will help you maintain that same balance. If you lose sight of your point, then you lose your balance. All right, now we're going to lift that foot just straight behind us. Again, keeping our legs straight, keeping our torso straight, lifting that leg not very high, just enough for the toes to get off the floor, holding for 10. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi. Really work on getting that chest up, hips straight, and down. Good. Other side. Same thing. Chest opened up, hips pressed forward, legs straight, or base leg straight, and lift them behind us. Ich, ni, san, shi. Keep open. Go. Rok, sich, hach, ki, ju. Good. I hope everybody's been kind of incorporating this. I'd love to hear some good success stories, or even if it hasn't been too successful, what are your thoughts if you've been using these tactics and kind of incorporating it, and if your balance is getting any better. Okay, so now we're going to do just first motion of my getting. We're going to lift our leg just a little bit higher than our hip, a little bit more than 90 degrees for now, okay? It tends to help with the balancing and keeping our hips tucked underneath us, okay? So remember, once again, tuck those hips when we lift our knee, just like we do when we go to kick, okay? Tucking. All right, ready? Hold in for 10. Find your focal point, legs straight, balance centered, and lift. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ki, ji. Good. Other side. Remember not to lean. Keep everything very centered. Ready? Lifting. And ich, ni, san. If you need to use your foot, use your foot. This is where you're learning your stability muscles and how to hold your balance, how to compromise when you need to in the middle of a kata, in the middle of basics, foot down, in the middle of whatever it is that you're doing to maintain that. If you need to wobble, wobble, but figure out how to maneuver your foot to do so. All right, now we're going to lift that knee straight up to the side. Ready? Lifting up. Remember, my getty's back here. Mawasha is back here. We're going to lift this just straight up to the side. Ready? Hold it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ki, ji. Good. Down. On this one, we will have a little bit of a lean. Try not to too much, right? Ready? Balance. Hips straight ahead. Find your focal point. Lifting that leg. Go. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ki, ji. And down. Very nice. Okay. From here, we're going to move our foot from this position out to this position and back. We're going to do 5 on each side. Start there. And each time we should be building up and being able to do 10 without losing our balance, okay? So for this is a balancing motion with a technique, okay? So engage the hip, engage your core, and use your foot stability muscles to keep your balance. Ready? And right knee up, taking it out. Ich, bring it in, knee. Take it out, san. Bring it in, shi. Take it out, go. Bring it in, roll. That's 3. Take it out, sich. Bring it in, hach. That's 4. One more. Take it out, ku. Bring it in, ji. Very good. Down. You'll also feel this in your hip flexor, having to hold that leg up. It's a good strengthening technique as well. Ready? We'll stretch it back out, don't worry. Other leg, get your foot set. This one does require a little bit more concentration. Making sure your balance is set, your hips underneath. You have your focal point, and lifting that knee. Ready? Take it out. Ich. Bring it in, knee. Take it out, san. Bring it in, shi. take it out. Go. You can see my foot is really working overtime today. Rook. Take it out. Sit. Bring it in. Hot. Squeeze. Take it out. Good. Squeeze that hip. Bring it in. Je. Very nice. Woo. You can feel that burn too on the outside of your glutes. All right, now from here, we're going to use our hand. We're going to go from here to Mawasha, back to my getting, okay? So when we use our hand, we can kind of use that as a counterbalance to help us stabilize a little bit easier. Again, we don't want to lose our posture. If you can't do this today without leaning over, then go ahead and hold on to a wall instead, because we don't want to get in the habit of this and make our muscles memorize this motion when we're in this position. We want it to get used to being up here. The one thing about being inside is we have the dog, so the dog might make his appearance. Just be warned. So don't let your muscles get used to this position. We want to stay used to this position. So use a wall, use a couch, use a rail, whatever you need to do if you can't maintain this today, okay? So from here, we're going to grab our shin, grab our knee, grab our ankle, whatever's most comfortable, and we're going to twist it out, raising, opening that hip up, itch, bring it back in, knee, some, open that hip, open, push, we're pushing this in, she, go, open that hip, whoop, squeeze, squeeze, rook, wow, good save. One more, sit, no, two more, Rachel. Hotch. Don't lose your focal point, squeeze. Q. Je. Good. Sometimes it just takes that little extra, you'll feel this in your calf muscle too, I know I do today, also as a stabilizer muscle. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of extra concentration when we're doing something. You have to say, you may think you're focused, but when you really zone in and say, nope, I have to hold this, this has to stay, then your body listens to you. Sometimes your body doesn't listen too, so there's that. All right, let's go to the other side. Left leg up, grab a knee, shin, ankle, whatever's most comfortable for you, and lifting up. Itch, and in, knee, out, sun, focus, and she. Make sure you're opening this base leg hip up to go towards the target. That's where our distance comes from, whether we're doing kikomi, whether we're doing mawasha, rook, sit, pressing, focus, smiling, hatch, bring it in. Q, last one. J. Very nice. Did you make it? Give me a thumbs up if you made it. I want to see. I want to see some thumbs, hopefully. Anybody? Nobody? Oh, come on, guys. Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. We just got to practice a little bit, right? All right, so shake those calves out. I know mine are locking up a little bit. Oh, I got one thumb. Two thumbs. There we go. Good. Maybe John's one of them. John Richardson, are you holding those poses? I can't read my messages just yet. All right, now from here, we're going to stretch out our quads. We're going to do this in a same stretch that everybody's done, but this time we're going to maintain our balance, keeping our chest open, keeping our hips tucked underneath us, and making sure that this knee is in line with our base knee. I'll go to the side so you can see. Raising that leg, grabbing your foot, keep your knee in line. Now, if this is just way too easy for you, then you can pull on your foot this way and push your hips this direction. So you have this motion, and that'll pull even more on that hip flexor and thigh. Okay, we're gonna hold this for 10. Ready? Grabbing that foot, find your focal point, hips tucked underneath. Are you set? Here we go. Grab. Itch, knee, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Very nice. Put it down. What we don't want to see, pay attention to this as well, is we don't want to see this. We don't want our knee way out here. You do want it side by side. The more we get our body used to being tight and together, the more it will get used to when we're doing other motions, recognizing, hey, I'm not supposed to be out here in left field. I'm supposed to be compact and tight. All right, other leg. Ready? Set up. Hips tucked underneath. Chest open. Base leg set. Find your focal point. Lifting that left leg. Ready? Left foot. And itch. You can use this as a counterbalance if you want. San, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Very good. Let it down. Okay. Now you can run through these. We've done this before. You can run through these as a flow all together. I really like to do it. So the flow would look something like this. You could go knee up, knee out, holding onto your knee the whole time. Then lifting, then take it back. Then even bringing it to the front, crossing it, sitting, stretching that hamstring out, and bring it back up and down, right? Other side, just so you can see it if you want to walk through it one time with me. Lifting up, take it out, take it side, take it back, bring it around to the front, cross it over that knee, take it down and down. Whoop, lost it a little bit on that one. So let's go over that stretch one time. This is a fun one that you can actually do in the middle of class. If you ever feel like it's a kick-heavy class and your hips are just really tired, maybe you've been just wailing on some side kicks. So when you get a break, you can simply cross your leg over your knee. My knee is here. Cross your leg over your knee and bend your knee and press down on this leg, right? So from the side, show you both sides, crossing that leg, sitting, pressing down. From this side, crossing, sitting, pressing. And I'm sure we've all done this. You can do that in the middle of class just as a real quick stretch, just kind of like, let me get that hip stretched out. Good. All right, so let's do that, and we're going to hold each side for 10 seconds. Ready? Right foot first, left leg stable, crossing that foot up, find your focal point. This is a very important focal point for this one. Squatting, not too low, just bending over enough to where you feel that stretch going down your IT band, a little bit of glute, a little bit of hip, and then press down on the knee. Ich, knee, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ki, ji. Woo! Lost my focus on that one. Other side, ready? And everybody has one side better than the other. I'm sure you can tell already which is my worst side. Cross the leg over, squatting down, and let that foot go to work, that base foot. Let that foot do all the balancing for you if it has to. 5 more seconds. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Very nice. So now that we've done all those stretches, let's run through that flow 3 times each side just so everybody can see it. Here's dog number 1. Hello. Hello. I know I see you, beautiful. I see you. He's deaf, so I can't tell him to move, but he'll move. So we're going to take that foot, lift it up first, take it out to the side, bring it up, take it back, cross it around, sit it down, and stand up, okay? Now, if you really think about, take out the toughness, take out the speed and kime, take everything out and do this as a flow. Do this as a, let me open my hip and make everything smooth. Let me get my muscles nice and lengthened. Make this part really graceful. You men, I know you can do this. Make this part really graceful and smooth, and let's help our muscles out. Ready? Other side. Knee up, knee out, to the side, lifting that hip, taking it back, bringing it across, sitting down, and up. See? When we just kind of let our body move, amazing things can happen. Other side, lift it up, take it out. This is the second round. To the side, ooh, to the back, around the front. Squat it down and up. Good. Other side, knee up, take it out, lift it up, inner in the hip, to the back, to the front. The main thing we're learning here is how to control our body, how to understand balance, how and what we need to do in every single angle and situation, right? To keep our balance and maintain posture. Last round, ready? Knee up. Take it out. To the side. Poking that hip out. To the back. Wow. To the front. Cross it over. And down. It's not always pretty. Not at all. Not by a long shot. But that's where we learn, right? When it's not pretty is when we learn. Okay, that didn't work. Got to try something different. Take it out. Lift it up. Take it back. Cross it over. Sit it down. And up. See, that's my bad side. I'm proud of that one. That one was not bad. All right, now let me see what's going on here. Okay. All right. See if that helps with my voice. I hope y'all can hear me. All right, so now let's take it down to the ground. We'll stretch it out. That is primarily our balance training. If you do this, I like to do it once a week. But even if you're just doing it once a month with me, just when we do it like this, it still makes a difference. Every little bit makes a difference. But balance in life, period, is the key, right? Stretching, pulling those feet up and pushing your knees down. Take those feet out just a little bit, about halfway. And we're going to lean it over at the hips, stretching those hips out. All right, and take it all the way out. I apologize for my feet. Lift it up. Here comes the puppy again. And lean it over. Chin up. Bending at the waist. And release. All right, this time we're going to do a little more hip opening up. So bend one leg, bend the other. I know this is uncomfortable for some people. If you have knee issues, just be careful, do what feels comfortable for you. But the goal is to be able to sit up on our tailbone, right? With both knees in this direction. So for right now, let's take it, the foot that's bent in, we're going to go towards that knee and lean it down. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Good. Now the knee that's to the back, we're going to twist just slightly and bend towards that knee. You'll feel this in your oblique. You'll feel a little pull here as well. Watch your knee. Don't hurt your knee if you have knee injuries. And hold it for 10. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Very nice. Oblique stretching is very good for us too. Switch your feet. The foot that's in, Let's go to that angle. Ready? Ich, ni, san. You feel the stretch here, and you'll feel it underneath on the leg that we're laying on as well. Sich, hach, ku, ju. Good. Again, stretching that oblique, twisting to the side. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Very nice. Okay, now let's take that left foot. I'm going to turn kind of at an angle. Again, I know this is a little difficult for some people if you have hip or knee injuries, but this is very, very important stretch. We have to get this hip flexor and hamstring. It really needs to be stretched out as much as we do stances, as much as we are doing kicks, as much as we're doing lifting that leg to the front and really working those muscles and making them tight. We need to lengthen, stretch them back out, get rid of all that lactic acid, okay? That also helps our mobility and keeps us from, when your hip flexor, I'm not gonna get too technical, but when your hip flexor gets tight, it pulls in your abs and it makes your posture different. So that's the main reason for stretching, is to make sure that we can stay completely erect and strong in our karate and in life, right? Okay, so front foot in front of us, turning this back leg over. Whatever position you need to get in for this back leg to be here. If you need to do it in a runner's position, please do. If you can do it with the sitting down, foot in front of you, please do it that way. Whatever it takes to get that leg, the knee down and the foot down. And now with this, we're just going to take a roll, okay? We're going to roll so you can feel the outside, you can feel the inside, and it works. It's an active stretch. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. I hope y'all are able to hear me. I saw on there that my voice is low. I hope it's coming through okay. All right, other side. Again, trying to get that leg flat on the floor, knee turned under, foot turned under. Again, if you need to do the runner stretch, you can do it in this position as well. Either way. This way is just a little bit deeper, and you can also stretch this front leg. All right? And rolling. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, ku, ju. Good. All right, very last stretch, and then we're done. And then you can finish out your weekend and be ready for a big week, right? All right, lifting straight up to the sky, legs out. Exhale. We're sitting on our bottom for this, and we want our back extremely straight, all right? If your back is a little bit weak, you'll feel that this is difficult. Lifting straight up again, big breath in. And out. Now from here, hands on the floor, roll your toes back. If you can see my toes, you might can't see them. I'm rolling my toes to the outside as much as possible, okay? Hands on the floor, and we're gonna walk as far as we can go, and then hold it. Back straight. We're bending. Don't think even bend hips. Think more bend in the groin area here. So we're stretching out the inside of our thighs, okay? Ready? Walk it out. Hold it. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Good. Walk it out. If you can, elbows down, chin up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Take it a little bit further. Stretch those elbows out. If you can, stretch those hands out. Again, keeping that chin up, concentrating on where the stretch is. It's in the inner thighs. Let your body relax into it. Let your knees relax. Wiggle your feet. Let your bottom relax. Let your hips relax. Relax, relax, relax. One more big breath in. Out. And walk your way back up. And that's it for today. That's it for today. It's very important, I think, to keep our balancing training going. Very important for our hip flexors to stay mobile and stretched out. I'm going to run through here real quick and just see if we have, hello everybody. What a fun day. If anybody has any questions, now's the time to, hey Adrian, how are you? Now's the time to ask. Good to see everybody. The scream face made a good focal point. So this is just a taste of, here I'll scan real quick. We love all holidays. So we have a little bit of every monster you can think of. We just enjoy holidays. And when you're quarantined in, you have to make the best of what you can. Also, my father does he's a pianist. He's a really good musician, and so every Thursday night he does a show. So we have a set that we set up for his shows. Anyway, if anybody does have any questions, feel free, as always, to I'm trying to read these as well. As always, you can message me anytime. We can go over it. If anybody has any injuries or anything like that they want to discuss, we can. Hello from Germany. Thanks. I'll be coming back for this video regularly. Natalie, it's so good to see you and have you here. How can you improve? So if you don't have good flexibility, how can you improve and change? Okay, I'm going to tell a quick story. We had, my parents have taught karate since the 60s. And we had a gentleman that began karate in his late 50s, early 60s, I believe, was his age. And he was very stiff. His hamstrings, his legs, his back, everything. When he would bend over, he couldn't even touch his knees. And so my dad would give him these exercises and tell him, every night when you sit in front of the TV, do a stretch. Every day when you wake up, bend over and try to touch your toes. Let me show you. Every day when you wake up, just very simply, bending over here and hang. Just hang for 30 seconds. Just hang. Every morning, hang. Do your butterfly sits. Do any of the stretches that we've done on Sundays. Because they're very low impact stretches. It's not anything too difficult. If you do that every day, by the time, I think it took him maybe 6 months, he was able to do the splits. The full splits, all three directions, not just the center splits. So it can be done pending you don't have injuries or you don't have scar tissue that may prevent those types of things. But it's more about a mindset, and it's more about you have to want to improve. You have to want to go through the pain of stretching, because it is not comfortable. It's not the most fun thing. But once you get to the point to where you can enjoy it, then it's actually a lot of fun. And you'll see your karate change. You'll see your posture change. You'll see just how differently you even look in your clothes, because you'll carry yourself differently. It's very, very important. I can't stress it enough. So Mahai, I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. I apologize. Mahai, just practice. All I can say is practice, practice. If you have any certain goals that you're trying to reach, message me on Facebook, and we'll try to get to those. The decorations are cool. I'm glad you like them. We had so much fun doing this. Great. Belgium. How can a person improve his flexibility? Jamal, yeah, same thing. Just practice, practice, practice. And don't overdo it. Don't pain yourself. Just every day, try to do something a little bit further, a little bit more. Okay? Hang until out. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Oh, you're very welcome. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and we'll see you next Sunday.